Hey there, welcome to the channel. You might have come across one of the meditation videos here. Maybe you've listened to a breathing session or a calming mantra. But before we go any further, I want to clear something up. I'm not some AI-generated voice behind a digital character. I'm a real person. My name's Troy, and I'd like to tell you why I'm here and why I do this. A few years ago, my stress and anxiety levels got so high, I crashed hard. I couldn't sleep. I was constantly in my head, always tense, always distracted. I didn't realize just how much it was affecting my health, my relationships, my energy, until things really started to fall apart. A friend of mine suggested meditation, and honestly, I brushed it off. I thought, come on, I'm a tough guy. I don't need that. Sounded like a gimmick, like it wouldn't work for someone like me. But I got desperate enough to give it a try. And yeah, that first session, pretty awkward. I didn't know what I was doing. I couldn't sit still, couldn't quiet my mind, and I didn't feel calm. Not even close, but I kept going. And little by little, it started to work. I started sleeping better. I stopped spiraling so much. I felt a little more grounded, a little more me. And that's why I'm here now, sharing what I've learned in the hope that it might help someone else the way it helped me. These meditations aren't about being perfect. They're not about sitting cross-legged in silence for hours. They're about creating a small space of peace in your day, a reset, a breath, a return to yourself. If you're new to meditation, or if you've tried and felt like you were doing it wrong, I made this channel for you. I post guided sessions you can actually connect with. No fluff, just space to breathe, reflect, and recharge. And if I can find stillness, trust me, so can you. So here's some tips and advice on how to get the most out your session to see results faster. But remember, it's still a process. Patience is key. 1. Creating your personal space. I find that having a dedicated spot really helps my mind shift into a calm, meditative state. Pick a quiet area. It doesn't have to be a grand studio, a corner of a room, a spot in my backyard, or even a small space in my office works. Just somewhere I know I won't be interrupted. Tidy up. I've noticed that a neat space helps me clear my mind. I like to remove clutter and leave only things that add to the calming atmosphere. Set the mood. I sometimes light a candle or some incense, and I love playing soft, instrumental music or nature sounds in the background. A comfy cushion, blanket, or yoga mat makes it even cozier. My tip, I try to use the same spot every time. Over time, it starts to feel like a personal sanctuary that invites me in. 2. Scheduling your meditation consistency has been key in my practice. So here's how I set myself up. Decide on a duration. I started with just 5 to 10 minutes and built up to longer sessions as I became more comfortable. Set a timer. I use a gentle chime to mark the end of my session. It helps me relax without worrying about the clock. Choose a time. Morning helps me start my day with clarity, while evenings allow me to unwind. I pick what fits my needs at the moment. My tip, even if you only have 5 minutes, know that it's still valuable. Every moment of mindfulness counts. 3. Finding a comfortable posture. I've experimented with various postures until I found what works best for me. Sitting. I often sit in a chair with my feet firmly on the ground or cross-legged on a cushion if I feel up to it. Lying down. Sometimes, especially with body scan meditations, I lie down, but I always make sure not to fall asleep. Other options. Standing or even gentle walking meditations work too. The key is finding a position where your body feels supported and comfortable. My tip: pay attention to your body. Adjust your position until you feel relaxed yet alert. You deserve comfort without compromising focus. 4. Grounding yourself. Before diving into meditation, I always take a moment to settle in. I take a few deep, intentional breaths to mark the start of my practice. I remind myself to let go of the day's stresses or any lingering thoughts. Sometimes I set a personal intention. For example, I'm here to find peace, or I'm open to clarity today. My tip: this brief pause really helps me transition into a meditative state, making the practice feel more purposeful. 5. Choosing your meditation style. From my journey, I found that variety keeps my practice fresh. Mindful breathing. I often return to the basics, focusing solely on my breath. Mantra or affirmation meditation. Repeating comforting phrases helps anchor my mind. Body scans or loving kindness meditations. These help when I want to nurture or truly feel every part of me. My tip: when you're uncertain, start with mindful breathing. It's simple and always available. 6. Minimizing distractions. I've learned that reducing interruptions is essential. I turn on airplane mode or activate Do Not Disturb on my phone. I let those around me know I'm dedicating this time solely to myself. I shut off any unnecessary notifications so I can fully relax. 7. Embracing imperfection. Over time, I've come to appreciate that meditation isn't about being perfect or forcing a blank mind. It's about being present. I accept that thoughts will arise and gently bring myself back to focus. I remind myself that restlessness is normal, especially in the beginning. I treat myself with kindness and patience, just as I would a close friend. My tip: remember that every moment spent observing your thoughts without letting them control you is a victory. Be gentle with yourself. Quick personal checklist. Quiet, comforting space. A place where you feel secure and relaxed. Comfortable posture, whether seated, lying down, or standing. Timer in place, so you can surrender to the moment without checking the time. Intentional, distraction-free setting. To make your practice truly yours. Chosen meditation style. Find what resonates each day. A grounding breath and clear intention. To center your mind and soul. A forgiving, kind mindset. Accept that meditation is about progress, not perfection. Thank you for listening. I hope this guide inspires you as much as it's helped me. Remember, every person's journey with meditation is unique, so feel free to tweak these steps until they truly resonate with you. My final tip: when I first noticed meditation working was when I started doing a simple guided meditation before bed. It helped to clear my mind of the worries of the day.